In this video, I will talk about history of classification of organisms, nomenclature, types of names and systems, rules of nomenclature, advantages of nomenclature, and codes of nomenclature. So stay tuned and watch till end. Let us start with history of classification. As we all know that Aristotle, who is considered as father of biology, has contributed into classification of animals into major groups like flying, walking and swimming animals, and also differentiated animals on the basis of blood anima and bloodless enema in 4th century BC. But references of classification of organisms are also available in Indian literatures like Vedas and Upanishads dating back to 1500 to 1200 BC. The Vedic literature records about 740 plants and 250 animals. Chandogya Upanishad, 8th century BC, here the animals have been classified into 3 categories: Jiraja, viviparous, example mammals; Andaja, oviparous, example birds, reptiles, insects and worms; Udbija, vegetal origin, example minute animals. Shushruta Samhita, 600 BC, here organisms were classified into Sthavara, in which immobile organisms like plants were considered, and Jangama, in which mobile organisms like animals were considered. Parashara Smriti, sage Parashara, father of Ved Vyasa, classified angiosperms into Dvimatruka dicotyledons and Ekmatruka monocotyledons. He was even able to find out that dicotyledons bear Jalika Parna, reticulated veined leaves, and monocotyledon bears Maunla Parna, parallel veined leaves. Now let us see what nomenclature is. Nomenclature word is derived from 2 Latin words. Nomen means name and calere means to call. Nomenclature is a system of names or terms or the rules for forming these terms in a particular field of arts or science. Now coming to the types of names. Names are of 2 types: common and scientific. Common name of taxon or organism is the name based on normal language used in particular region. It is also called as vernacular name. Major cons of common names are: these names may not be same everywhere in all places, create confusion among different languages. Second is scientific names. Scientific names are used by scientists, especially the taxonomic names of an organism that consist of genus and species. Let us see about types of nomenclature. There are 3 types of nomenclature. First, polynomial nomenclature, binomial nomenclature, and trinomial nomenclature. Polynomial nomenclature. It was introduced and used by Linnaeus up to the 9th edition of Systema Naturae. In this system, string of descriptive Latin words was used to describe an organism. Cons of this nomenclature was the names were too much lengthy and difficult to remember. Example: Ranunculus calicibus, retroflexis, Pedunculus falcatis, caule erecto, folius composite. Roughly, it means the buttercup with reflexed sepals, curved flower stalks, erect stem, and compound leaves. It often varied from place to place, scholar to scholar, based on characters chosen by them. Therefore, binomial nomenclature was introduced by Linnaeus. Binomial nomenclature. Linnaeus introduced this system of nomenclature in his book Philosophia Botanica in 1751. In this, the scientific name of an organism composed of two letters for Latinized two words. That is, the first word is called genus, followed by the second word called species. Trinomial nomenclature. It was first proposed by the introduction of concept of subspecies by Ernst Mayr in 1953. According to this system, scientific name of any plant or animal contains three names: generic name, specific name, and subspecific name. Only one rank is allowed below the rank of species. Generally, botanists do not consider trinomial nomenclature. For example, Homo sapiens sapiens and Homo sapiens neanderthals are two subspecies of humans. Now let us see the rules of nomenclature. All the scientific names must be in Latin language because Latin is essentially a dead language. It is no longer spoken as a native tongue by any people, avoiding element of national bias and jealousy, and the words are no longer being added or subtracted to the language. The name must contain two parts, that is, genus and species. When the names are handwritten, they are underlined individually or italicized when typed. The name of the genus starts with a capital letter and the name of the species starts with a small letter. The name of the author, first reporting it, should remain in abbreviated form at the end of the scientific name, and it is printed in Roman, like the example. The scientific name with the name of the author at its end is called as complete scientific name. To avoid confusion, no two generic name in anything can be same. Specific name can, however, be repeated as they often qualify the generic name. Advantages of nomenclature. To organize and classify the organisms, which makes it easier to understand its characteristics. The names are unique, with each creature having one scientific name, hence it helps to avoid confusion created by common names. Scientific names are standardized and accepted universally. The names of organisms are retained even if the species are shifted to another genera based on new knowledge. It helps to understand the similarities and differences between different species belonging to the same genera and helps in establishment of relationship between them. Following are the codes of nomenclature: International Code of Botanical Nomenclature for plants and fungi, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature for animals, International Code of Nomenclature for bacteria and archaea, International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses and Databases, International Code of Nomenclature for cultivated plants. That's all for today. For next video on taxonomy, please subscribe.